Hey guys, what's up? My name is Sonali. Today I'm going to be sharing with you guys what's on my iPhone XS Max. It's right here and I'm so excited.
Let's admire the pretty one. I love that color.
So I chose the gold color and it's probably the prettiest gold that Apple has ever done. It almost looks like a very millennial pink kind of nude, but when you put it to the light and you see its reflection, it's a gold reflection. So I think that's really cool. And also the sides are golds like gunmetal-ish, so it's not like super in your face gold. So this is the iPhone that I had before I got the XS Max, and this is the 7 Plus. So later on in the video, I definitely want to do some camera tests with these two iPhones. So you probably noticed that my old phone has the home button and this XS Max does not. So it definitely took some getting used to, but it's been a day or so and I've definitely gotten the hang of things. I also didn't have Face ID on my last phone and now I have it and I think it's really, really cool. I feel like basically it's a substitution for the Touch ID, but the Face ID, you don't really have to do anything. You just put it up to your face. But I will say that yesterday I was wearing sunglasses and it didn't really work, but I've seen videos of Face ID working when people are wearing sunglasses, so I don't really know. Maybe I just need to try it out again. So now what I want to do is get into just my everyday apps, and then I also want to share with you some of my favorite camera apps. Okay, so this is how my front page is laid out, and it's kind of weird. I feel like it's not very symmetrical with the one app on the bottom, but originally I didn't even have any apps on the bottom row. But then I just added Lightroom because I use it all the time. These are my apps. I kind of tried to color code them. As you can see, some of the blues and the whites are kind of close together. I don't know. But it's more about what do I reach for the most. So since all of my social media platform apps are in that second to last row, I just tried to organize my apps thinking about reachability in mind and how much I use the app. So I kind of want to go through and see how much time I spend on each of these apps that I'm talking about and see what apps that I use on an everyday basis. So what I'm going to do is go into my battery, and then right down here it tells you how much you use these apps and what apps you use on an everyday basis. So as you can see, I'm on Instagram all the time. I obviously FaceTime my boyfriend because we're long distance. And then YouTube, I do YouTube, so I love to watch YouTube videos. And that's actually interesting that they put the home and lock screen on this. And then Lightroom, I love to edit my pictures with Lightroom. Photos, I go back in between Lightroom and photos, Snapchat, Facebook, all that stuff. So I feel like my everyday apps are apps that most people use, so I don't feel the need to explain everyone. So I'm just going to go straight into any of the camera apps that I use. So I have this folder named Create, and as you can see, this first page is probably the ones that I use the most. Actually, 8mm I do not use really that often, but I saw that it was a trend on Instagram stories, so I got it. It's basically that one that looks like really vintage filters on videos and pictures. So now you know it's 8mm. This is an app that I get questions on all the frickin' time. So it's basically just a app that you can create really minimal Instagram stories in. So if I were to add, I can add a template, so I really like this one when I'm just sharing a comparison between two photos. So I do have VSCO on my phone, but I barely use that anymore. I really am majority Lightroom, but I just found out about discos, and this whole time I thought it was an Instagram story feature that I didn't have, because I don't know if anyone else experiences this, but some people have the stop motion feature on their Instagram stories, and I don't. I actually have a couple Instagram accounts, and one will have the music feature and one won't, and it's just so weird. So anyways, this is Disco. It's basically like a boomerang app, but more kind of choppy, if that makes sense. I'm just gonna let you guys see it. So as you can see, it's just really choppy. And then you can go through the filters and pick which one you want, which this part kind of sucks because it's very selected amount of filters and none of these filters really look that great. Anyways, so that's VSCO and Disco. And then Facetune I just use to smooth out some of my pictures because sometimes my skin just looks a little blotchy and I smooth it out, and I feel like that's totally normal. But I definitely know my boundaries, so I don't go too crazy and make it look unnatural. Snapseed isn't really one that I use anymore either, so I probably should reorganize this. isn't either, but Better is my new favorite app. My friend Laura taught me about this. So basically, you can actually publish an Instagram through this app, and I feel like no other app does that. I do have to pay for this app, but I don't think it's too much. It basically is like You can see your grid preview and you can add photos, and then let's say that I wanted to post this one today, so I would say add time. I would add my caption. You can save your captions, and then you can say what time you want it to be posted at, tag people, do the location, and it will literally publish at the time you want it to be published, which is kind of insane, like especially for people that do social media. I'm the vice president of public relations for my sorority, so I feel like that's very helpful for not only your own brand and your own Instagram, but to use it for other brands that you are promoting. So obviously you probably already know that you can take boomerangs on the Instagram stories on Instagram app, but I 100% recommend getting the boomerang app itself. It's so high quality, and I don't know, I feel like it just is so much better, and you can hold down for longer so your boomerang can be longer. So on the next page, I don't really use a lot of these apps, but I do use Continual. So if you like talking on your Instagram stories and you like talking for long periods of time, this app is perfect for you because you can set your phone and record on just normal camera app and then put it through here, and then it splits it up automatically. So it splits your long talking video into 15-second intervals for the Instagram stories. And then the last app that I have on my homepage is the Lightroom app, which I use all the time for my pictures. So you guys have probably heard about Lightroom presets, and I have my own on my blog. You can shop it there, and the link will be in the description below. But what's also really cool about this app is that you can make your own presets. So you can kind of mess with the coloring, the exposure, the contrast, everything like that, and then you can go up to this 3 dot up here and then press create preset, and then you can just name it and then it'll be saved. So you don't have to kind of mimic that same filter that you liked on one photo. You can just slap your own preset on. I did want to show you some of my favorite presets that I sell really quick. A lot of my sorority sisters are buying this one. It's called Sapphire. So this is the before and this is the after. And obviously you can go in and kind of make it perfect and make it how you want it. So let's say the orange was too orange, you can desaturate it a little bit and maybe brighten it up. And then maybe that blue in the corner is just a little too teal, so you can kind of mess with that how you want, desaturate it, maybe brighten it up a little bit. Another preset I want to show you guys is gold. This is the before and this is the after. I do have a bunch more on my site for sale right now, and if you use the code LAUNCH, they will be 20% off, and they're super affordable. So if you are interested in learning more about those Lightroom presets, might as well go check out that link in the description. So what I want to do next is a camera test with both of these iPhones, the XS Max and the 7 Plus. I think it'll be very different because they skipped a couple of generations of iPhones. So I'm very interested to see how this camera test will do. We're also going to try out the video. I've already kind of tested out on the iPhone XS Max, and it's insane the quality of this, so I'm really hyped about it. So let's start the video test. We are currently on a parking garage, and it's kind of like sunset, so I wanted to try out the Super HDR. It's an effect where it takes multiple pictures and it kind of merges it into one. I've already seen a difference in the pictures that I take away from the light, and you'll see that in this demo. So let's get started. So as you can tell, yeah,
That's like such a huge
you can see
difference.
the background, the colors in the background, and you can also see us. And let's kind of move this way. Let's do this little number. Okay. Yeah. So you can still see the sunset.
Wow.
I know.
That's amazing.
Right?
Oh my gosh, that's really good.
Yeah. So even like in selfies, like let's say I'm facing away from a light back here, like a lamp's behind me, it will literally take my face and like show everything, and like won't show like the light flare in the back. It's really, really cool. So this is insane. We just took some pictures with both of the phones, and the quality, the difference is insane. The Super HDR, you can see the difference. When you tap the background on the 7 Plus, it gets dark, the whole picture gets dark, but on the new phone, it makes it so that, you know, the forefront is in focus, it's bright, and the background, you can see all of the colors in the sunset. It's insane, so I'm just gonna play a little slideshow of the pictures from the 7 Plus and the Max. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys are interested in my phone case or my pop socket, that will be linked in the description below. Don't forget to check out my Lightroom presets. They're super affordable and so much fun to play with. And while you're at it, if you guys want to see what the filters look like on some pictures, you can go to my Instagram. It is so_gnarly without the G, and follow me there. So I'll see y'all in my next video. Bye guys!